People always say that public speaking is people's #1 fear. But what are people actually specifically so afraid of when it comes to public speaking and presenting? Let's find out. Fear #1, the fear of looking stupid in front of the people that you are presenting to. Yeah, nobody wants to look stupid. Nobody wants to look like they don't know what they're talking about. Nobody wants to feel embarrassed. So this is a major fear that a lot of presenters have, and that's why they don't even get up. And that's why they try to avoid presenting as if it was a disease. Presentation fear #2, the fear of getting laughed at by your audience. This can happen during the presentation, this can happen after the presentation. If you know a little bit about my story, right, I decided I'm going to become a great presenter after, when I was very young, my audience was laughing at me for 2 weeks. Every time they saw me after my first horrible presentation, ha ha ha, there goes Ben, remember how terrible he was? And I couldn't take it anymore. But I understand this fear specifically because it was a huge issue for me, and people actually did laugh at me. Fear #3, the fear of forgetting what you're going to talk about. I mean, this fear is so big. Frankly, it's one of the biggest reasons why people cram all their data, all their information on their PowerPoint slides or other slides they're using. Yeah, but that's why there's so much data everywhere. That's why they have long scripts. That's why they try to memorize every single word they're going to say. So it's a major fear for a lot of people. Fear #4, the fear of speaking to a new group. An audience that you have never met, especially if your personality is not so outgoing, is not so sociable, you're not the very best at connecting with new people. Yeah, if that is you, chances are you're very, very scared of presentations that involve any new groups with any types of new people. In some cases, it could just be one new decision maker when you deliver your business presentation. Okay, so that can be a huge, major fear for you. Fear #5, the fear of presenting to known groups. Before I mentioned new groups, but there are some presenters that are actually scared of presenting to their known group, the group that they know very, very well. Sometimes in my workshops I have people like that. Yeah, these are often seasoned presenters. In many cases they work in sales. They're very good at meeting new customers, presenting, delivering to new customers, persuading them quickly. But when they have to deliver to their own team or their own manager, they freeze. They get so much stress, so much anxiety from presenting to the people that they know well, because they think the expectations are much, much higher than if they're presenting to new people. So that's another major fear that a lot of people have. Fear #6, the fear of being judged. Yeah, nobody likes it when your entire work performance is being judged based on your one presentation. And sadly though, that's often the case. Yeah, that's very, very often the case. I mean, that's why in my workshops as well, we have a lot of workshop participants. They do a great job, they do great work, what they do inside the company, but they can just not present it well. And because of that lack of presentation skill, their work doesn't get the acknowledgement that they believe that they deserve. Yeah, so definitely the fear of being judged is big. And fear #7, the fear of either completely falling apart or just, blanking out. What if you rehearsed your script for 2 weeks, you know it inside out, and you're standing in front of this group of people, and suddenly what? You forget everything. Yeah, huge fear, huge issue for a lot of presenters. It scares them to death It keeps them awake all night because it has happened to everybody at some point in their career. You know, you prepared everything and you have a moment where you just break down together and everything seems to be falling apart and you forget everything that you want to say. So definitely another big fear for a lot of presenters. So there you have it. 7 of the biggest fears that most presenters experience specifically. Yeah, don't get me wrong, there are more. These are just some of the 7 biggest. So if you like, in the comment below, write one time, which are your biggest fears? And after getting awareness now, you know, because that's the most important step, being aware of your fears. What can you do to change? What do you have to improve? What could you do to prevent that fear from happening? What could you do to calm yourself maybe down a little bit? Yeah, so comment below, what are your major fears? And also, if you have any questions for me, write that down as well. Yeah, might turn into a future video. Yeah. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Yeah, click that below. And very important, subscribe. If you have not subscribed yet, do that now as well. With that said, I see you for the next video.